At Ultra Cooker, we've just tested the Cosori Turbo Tower, and in this video, we'll give you our honest opinion. And if you're interested in this product, we've included a link to the best price just below this video. This vertical air fryer has two baskets. The top one has a volume of 4.3 liters, and the bottom one is 6.5 liters, giving a total capacity of 10.8 liters. Its dimensions are 41 by 30 by 40 centimeters, and it weighs 9.3 kilograms, which is relatively compact and lightweight, considering the amount of food it can hold. Its power cord is 94 centimeters long. The appliance is made of plastic and metal, and the baskets and cooking racks have a non-stick Teflon coating. Although it is declared PFOA-free, a known pollutant, we recommend that you check regularly that these surfaces are not damaged. Equipped with several silicone protectors, the plates lock securely into the bottom of the baskets, which is not always the case with this type of appliance. In addition to the plates, a stainless steel rack is also included in the package. The digital display shows the remaining cooking time and temperature at the time of setting. It is easy to read and understand. Buttons 1 and 2 allow you to choose which basket you want to heat. You can also adjust the time and temperature using the arrows. All the touch buttons were responsive during our tests. When the air fryer is in operation, its two handles do not get too hot. We measured a maximum temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. The highest temperature we measured on the surface of the appliance was 51 degrees Celsius, which is still safe. The heating elements are located above each of the baskets. The user guide provided with the Turbo Tower is interesting. It explains the different ways to use the appliance and contains a large table, in English, with cooking instructions for various foods. In terms of maintenance, the baskets, baking trays, and metal rack are all dishwasher safe. After one use, we found that the plate was relatively clean, but had retained some slight traces of grease. There were also residues on the sides of the basket, which we had to clean by hand. So much for design and maintenance. Now let's move on to features and performance. The Turbo Tower has a high power output of 2,630 watts and 6 programs available: hot air, roast, cake, grill, reheat, and proof. We find all of these preset functions useful. And of course, each program can be adjusted in terms of temperature and duration. However, it's a shame that there is no keep warm function at the end of cooking. The temperature can be set between 30 and 230 degrees Celsius, and the timer ranges from 1 minute to 12 hours. The air fryer stops automatically at the end of the set time. There is no built-in scale, so you have to adjust the cooking time yourself according to the amount of food you want to prepare. There is also a sync function to finish cooking both baskets at the same time, and a match function to set the same parameters for both baskets. You can also use just one of the two baskets. Unfortunately, there is no beep halfway through cooking to remind you to turn the food, but there is a signal at the end of cooking. If you remove the basket to shake the food, cooking pauses and then automatically resumes once the basket is reinserted. During our tests, we checked the actual temperature reached inside the drawers. We measured 199 degrees Celsius in the upper basket with our probe thermometer when we selected a temperature of 200 degrees Celsius, which is close to perfection. To test the performance of this air fryer, we cooked a variety of foods: shoestring fries, sliced eggplant, a chicken thigh, and nuggets. And to cook 300 grams of frozen shoestring fries, we chose the hot air program at 200 degrees Celsius. We started by cooking them for 15 minutes, shaking them halfway through, but the results were not perfectly even. After 17 minutes, the fries were very good, with even cooking. We just noticed that the trays have holes that are a little too big, which allowed a few fries to fall through during use. When cooking half an eggplant cut into slices, we used the top basket. After 6 minutes at 195 degrees Celsius, the slices were not cooked through, so we added 3 minutes to get them cooked properly. We then cooked a 240-gram chicken thigh using the hot air program at 200 degrees Celsius. After 25 minutes of cooking, the skin was already golden brown, but the meat was still rare. After 30 minutes, the skin was almost overcooked, but the center needed more time. We therefore added 5 minutes, reducing the temperature to 185 degrees Celsius. After 35 minutes of cooking, the meat was tender, even if the center was not quite done. The skin was golden brown and crispy. Finally, for our frozen nuggets test, we cooked our 250 grams for 9 minutes. We got excellent results. The breading was crispy and golden brown, and the chicken was melt-in-your-mouth tender. So much for the cooking performance. Now let's finish this test by evaluating the smell and noise. When unpacking this air fryer, we didn't notice any unpleasant odors. However, we recommend cleaning the tanks thoroughly before use, as recommended by the manufacturer. During cooking, we measured the pollutants emitted into the air. To do this, we placed an air quality sensor 1 meter away from the appliance. We recorded the amounts of fine particles, 2.5, and total volatile organic compounds before and after cooking. Our sensor showed that there was no significant increase in total volatile organic compounds in the ambient air. However, fine particles 2.5 more than doubled. We therefore recommend that you ventilate the room well when using this air fryer. Finally, in terms of noise, the fan emitted 51 decibels at a distance of 1 meter during use, which is average for this type of appliance. The end of cooking signal was easy to hear from another room. And that's it for our test results. So, to sum it all up, the positive points of the Cosori Turbo Tower are its large 10.8-liter capacity, its compact size, which is practical for a model with 2 baskets, its 6 adjustable cooking programs, its clear and easy-to-use touchscreen, the fact that the outside of the appliance does not get too hot during use, and that its accessories are dishwasher safe. As for the negative points, the fact that it has a Teflon coating but without PFOA pollutants, and the fact that there is no audible reminder halfway through cooking. And that concludes our test. Thank you very much for watching. As a reminder, you will find the link to this product with its best price just below the video. And if you like honest air fryer tests, don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel.